Have you ever waited so long for something that when it finally happened, it didn't feel real? Imagine it, years of love, shared laughter, private heartbreaks, all under the glare of the world's spotlight. And then one day, in a single photo, you notice it, a diamond ring. That's what fans around the globe felt when Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodriguez stepped out looking more in love than ever, with a spark on Georgina's finger that seemed to say, "This is it." Could this be the moment we've all been waiting for? Could one of football's most famous couples finally be ready to say, "I do"? Before we dive deep into this emotional journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because what you're about to hear isn't just a love story. It's a story of patience, resilience, and the kind of bond that can only be built over time. The moment that started it all. It was Madrid. The city was alive with its usual magic. Bustling streets, glowing lights, and that unique hum of possibility. Cristiano Ronaldo, already a global icon, walked into a high-end boutique for what he probably thought would be a routine shopping trip. Behind the counter stood Georgina Rodriguez. She wasn't a celebrity. She wasn't in a designer gown. She was simply herself, elegant in her simplicity, focused on her work. But then their eyes met. If you ask her, she'll tell you it was love at first sight. Not the kind where violins play in the background, but the kind where you just know. Cristiano wasn't there as the football superstar. In that instant, he was just a man seeing a woman who caught his attention, and maybe even his heart. They didn't talk for long that first day, just a few polite exchanges. But sometimes a glance says what words never can. And for Cristiano and Georgina, that glance would change everything. Love under the spotlight. Dating Cristiano Ronaldo is not like dating any other man. From the moment their relationship became public, Georgina's life transformed overnight. Suddenly, she wasn't just a boutique assistant in Madrid. She was Cristiano Ronaldo's girlfriend. Every move she made was photographed. Every outfit, every facial expression, every interaction was dissected by tabloids. And yet, she handled it with a quiet grace. She didn't rush to bask in the fame. She didn't try to overshadow him. She simply stood beside him, sometimes smiling for the cameras, sometimes holding his hand away from them. But the whispers never stopped. People questioned her motives. Was she with him for love, or for the life he could offer? The gossip could have broken them, but instead it became background noise. Because behind closed doors there was no question, this was real. Chapter 3: Building a Family. Before Georgina, Cristiano was already a father. His first son, Cristiano Jr., had become a familiar face to fans. But with Georgina came a new chapter, one filled with more laughter, more children, and a deeper sense of home. In 2017, Georgina gave birth to their daughter, Alana Martina. She also stepped into the role of mother figure for Cristiano's other children, including the twins born via surrogate. Family life brought a different side of Cristiano to light. Fans were used to the fierce competitor, the man who thrived under stadium lights. But with Georgina and the kids, he was playful, warm, and deeply protective. Then, in April 2022, tragedy struck. Georgina was pregnant with twins. One baby survived. The other did not. The world saw a public statement. But behind the scenes, they saw each other's tears, felt each other's grief, and found comfort in knowing they didn't have to face it alone. That loss became a silent thread binding them even closer. Engagement whispers. For years, the same question floated through fan forums, interviews, and headlines. When will Cristiano propose? Cristiano always smiled and dodged the question. Georgina laughed it off. Sometimes they joked, sometimes they stayed silent. And the waiting continued. But then came the first hints. A photo from a yacht trip, Georgina with a subtle diamond on her left hand. Another from a gala, a sparkling ring catching the light just enough to fuel speculation. The latest image, though, was different. They were on holiday, relaxed and happy. And Georgina's ring wasn't hidden. It was on display. No captions, no explanations. Just a photograph that sent the internet into a frenzy. Why now? So why now, after nearly a decade together? Some believe it's because they've passed every possible test. Distance, media pressure, personal tragedy, and proven their bond. Others think Cristiano's career entering its later years has shifted his priorities. He's still a global superstar, but his focus has moved from conquering the pitch to cherishing his family. And maybe for Cristiano, it was never about the world's timeline. Maybe he waited until he knew there was nothing, no doubt, no uncertainty that could shake what they had. The fans react. The moment those new pictures hit social media, the internet erupted. Instagram flooded with comments. Finally, about time, the Queen gets her crown. Some fans celebrated with memes. Others created tribute videos of the couple's sweetest moments. Even those who weren't die-hard Ronaldo supporters found themselves touched. After all, it wasn't just about football, it was about love. Of course, not everyone believed it. It's just a ring, some said. Could be a gift, not an engagement. But the way Cristiano looked at Georgina in those pictures, that said more than any press release ever could. Georgina's journey. Georgina's life before Cristiano was far from glamorous. She grew up in a small town in Spain, worked as a nanny, waitress, and shop assistant to make ends meet. But meeting Cristiano didn't just change her address or her wardrobe. It gave her a platform, and she's used it to share her story, her values, and her love for her family. On her Netflix series, I Am Georgina, she's candid about the challenges of her new life. Pressure, the judgment, but also the gratitude. Because at her core, she's still the same woman who walked into that boutique in Madrid, just with a bigger stage. The private side of Ronaldo. To the world, Cristiano is disciplined to the extreme. The man who trains relentlessly, counts every calorie, and pushes himself past limits most people can't imagine. But Georgina has shown us the man who dances in the kitchen with his kids, who sends goofy selfies, who finds joy in simple moments. Love has a way of revealing parts of ourselves we keep hidden. And for Cristiano, Georgina seems to be the one person who brings out that softer side. The ring that means more. The diamond ring might be massive. The luxury might be unmatched. But for Cristiano and Georgina, it's not the price tag that matters. It's the years behind it. The quiet moments the world never saw. The times they almost broke, but didn't. The decision over and over again to choose each other. That's what this ring means. Not just, will you marry me? But, I have loved you through everything, and I will keep loving you through whatever comes next. The forever ahead. If the wedding happens, and all signs point to it, it will be more than just a celebrity spectacle. It will be the celebration of a love story that's been written slowly, deliberately, and with intention. And maybe that's the lesson here. Not every great love is a whirlwind. Some take time, some require patience, and sometimes the wait makes the yes even sweeter. So whether you're a Ronaldo fan, a romantic, or